Hi, this is Matanchi, Eden, Tenny, Eli, Liam, and Connor. We are Team Badgers, and this is our InterEGR170 project for our client, Dr. Leonard Markman. Amherst Family Medical Center has asked us to design a pair of forceps which are lit and fulfill the purpose of gripping a variety of objects. They could be used to remove foreign bodies from human orifices, fish hooks from fish, or miscellaneous objects from small household spaces, which would be otherwise hard to reach. The purpose is to provide more precision than unlit forceps as they enhance visibility. We are to complete this using only materials within the budget of $100. Our solution would benefit wildlife and community health by helping remove small objects without unnecessary and unaffordable medical assistance, reducing accidental injury when in poor visibility situations, and enabling gentle hook removal when fishing.
We began our process by creating and comparing sketches for solution ideas. We initially intended on including interchangeable tips to accommodate the range of uses. After talking to our client, however, we decided that this would hinder the ease of use and instead created a compact design so the forceps could be easily carried and stored. To effectively illuminate the object or surface the forceps are being used on, we decided to incorporate lighting at the very tips of the forceps prongs. Ultimately, we decided on Splinter forceps design due to their effectiveness and ease of use. With such a broad context of use, we needed a design that would be easy for a diverse audience to learn how to use without any prior knowledge or training.
Our first prototype was just a pair of Splinter forceps with an LED light taped to the tip, powered by a AAA battery per our client's request. We progressed with this design, creating our second prototype, which had LEDs on both prongs, a casing for the two AAA batteries, and a switch for the LEDs. This design didn't fully satisfy our ease of use criteria. The two AAA batteries made the design bulky and at times difficult to use. Additionally, the LEDs were large, making it difficult for the forceps to reach into smaller cavities. Our next prototype incorporated smaller LEDs, smaller batteries to create a less bulky casing, and shorter forceps to meet our client's request for 3-inch forceps. It still had exposed wiring, though, which made the design look less clean and could possibly be hazardous. For our final design, we added rubber to the prongs to cover the wiring and assist with grip.
As for testing, we mainly wanted to verify that our forceps met two different clinical requirements. The first clinical requirement was an LED light output higher than 2000 lux at a 10 cm distance when being used in small cavities. We were not able to obtain a clear video recording of this, however, since the light output needed to be measured in a dark environment. Using a light meter app, we placed the lighted forceps at varying distances from the sensor and recorded the lux. As the graph shows, our LED lights passed this test and even maintained a lux greater than 2000 until 15 centimeters. The second clinical requirement for these forceps was a grip strength greater than 8 newtons. We measured this by pulling on dry and wet tape as well as just the stainless steel that was attached to a hanging weight scale. The values were measured when the forceps slipped and then converted to newtons to represent peak grip strength. As shown by the table, both the dry materials had relatively high values and passed our test extremely well. The wet material had a slightly lower grip strength as expected, but passed either way. Overall, our forceps turned out to be a successful project and hopefully would be able to make household injury care much more efficient in addition to fish hook removal. To continue this project, we can make our forceps applicable to even more environments and conditions by waterproofing them, adding interchangeable tips, or even a magnifying